4 American soldiers are currently missing in Lithuania, and U.S. forces, along with our Polish and Lithuanian allies, are searching around the clock to find those 4 and bring them home. Here's what we know so far. So these are press releases put out by U.S. Army Europe and Africa, where they said these soldiers assigned to the 1st Brigade, 3rd Infantry Division have been missing since the early hours of March 25th while conducting a maintenance mission to recover another U.S. Army vehicle in the training area during a scheduled unit training. Now, quick note here, there was some confusion right out the gate where it seemed like the Secretary General of NATO said that these soldiers were confirmed deceased. That's not true. He misspoke. So they had to issue a statement saying, quote, "On the 4 U.S. soldiers missing in a military exercise in Lithuania, the search is ongoing. We regret any confusion about remarks the Secretary General delivered on this today." So we then, on the morning of the 26th, found the vehicle, the recovery vehicle, submerged in, I've heard, a mixed bag between 5 and 20 feet underwater in this murky bog swamp area, and we'll get to that here in a minute. So 24 hours after they were missing, the vehicle was recovered. And this is where some of the confusion comes in, because we know where the vehicle is, but they've not yet been able to get to the vehicle. They can't get it out of this bog. They can't get divers in to access the vehicle. So the belief here is that those 4 soldiers, unfortunately, were likely involved in a rollover into this swampy terrain, and they may have perished inside of the vehicle. They're technically listed as missing because, again, the vehicle is still submerged. They haven't been able to get it out. Now, they talk about the challenges that they're running up against here, because this isn't just a stream or a pond or something. They say there's thick mud and soft ground around the site that have complicated recovery efforts and have required specialized equipment to drain water from the side and stabilize the ground. They say engineers on site are working to create berms and barriers built of dirt and sand from the nearby terrain that are designed to create a contained area from which water can be pumped and mud dredged, providing emergency personnel on site access to the vehicle. So this is a pretty complex recovery operation here. I should note this is just a couple miles from the border with Belarus, and unfortunately, right out the gate, there was a lot of conspiracy about that, but all indications at this point are that the 4 soldiers were involved in a rollover. Now, we've got a lot of our allies jumping in to help here, and I think that's best exemplified in a statement put out here by the Lithuanian defense minister that's worth a listen. Here we go.
Let me reiterate once again. Just like America doesn't leave your own behind, we do not leave our own behind. And we consider American soldiers our own because they are on our soil. We are working with them. We are friends with them. And all of our society is heartbroken and watching every single moment of this rescue operation. Let me assure you, we will do everything in our power to find them and to find the answers as soon as possible. We have been keeping contact with the embassy. I've been in touch every day with Ambassador Cara MacDonald and with the soldiers. I visited troops today in their camp. Yesterday, I saw them on site. They are communicating with their families. If possibility would be given to me as well as the minister, I of course would find time and as a mother as well, I would try to be for them as well as I can. I have a 24-year-old son. It's difficult for me even to imagine what they are going through. And I'm really hoping we can give them answers as soon as possible. We are organizing a joint prayer on Sunday on midday. This is very important for us. We are a very Catholic country. So in our main church, in our capital, Archcathedral, we are going to have a special mass for the soldiers, for the missing soldiers, hoping for the very best.
Now, turning back here to the United States, the Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, issued a statement yesterday saying, quote, 4 of our brave soldiers from 1st Brigade, 3rd Infantry Division are currently missing in Lithuania. They were conducting scheduled tactical training. Our prayers are with their families, teammates, the entire unit, and everyone conducting search operations. Nothing our troops do, whether in combat or in training, is ever routine. We will not rest until our troops are found. Now, I've not heard anything more from the official DoD accounts at this point. Secretary Hegseth is traveling throughout Asia Pacific right now. But again, the U.S. Army Europe and Africa page on X is providing pretty regular updates, as are the military pages for Lithuania and Poland. In fact, the Polish defense minister just announced earlier today that they have begun the deployment of 150 soldiers and equipment to assist in this recovery effort. So a post earlier, he said, quote, 50 of our soldiers have crossed the border into Lithuania and are on their way to the training ground, where the search for American soldiers is underway. We have sent sappers, divers, engineering, reconnaissance, and evaluation team, as well as technical support to help. So there's a lot of resources pouring in here to help the U.S. Army and help us find our missing. We then had a clip here from the U.S. ambassador to Lithuania, who's been on site a couple times. A lot of VIPs on site. This is a major event in Lithuania right now. We've got the Prime Minister of Lithuania has been there to visit. The Lithuanian Defense Minister, this is, from what I can tell, her number one priority right now. Everything she's talking about and where she's showing up is all around the recovery of these 4 Americans. And anyways, we've got this video here showing the U.S. Ambassador to Lithuania, Kara McDonald, addressing some of the soldiers during that recovery effort.
We stand shoulder to shoulder. I want to reiterate what our Secretary of Defense, you've seen, no stone left unturned. No stone left unturned. No resource spared. We go after our own. We go after our own. So thank you for helping us do that. Thank you for being part of our own as we do that. We really just hold on to that bond. And as you say, we come out of this stronger and tighter, held tighter. Yeah. Thank you.
Just to reiterate, you are our own. Our Prime Minister, when he came this morning, said that any resource, any help, anything, if something else is needed internationally, some specific measures or whatever, this is a priority above everything else.
Ma'am, I just want to, on behalf of Task Force Iron and the entire United States Army, your message is incredibly important to everybody here to help us understand, how you guys value our relationship and our.
So that's about where everything sits right now. From everything we're hearing from Lithuania, Poland, and the United States, the search is going on 24 hours a day. It's entering night, of course, over there, and they've got lights out. They're going to continue digging to do everything they can to try to find and recover those 4 missing Americans. But I'll do my best to update you as more information comes in here. That's all we got for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.